Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. And in tonight's episode I think I'm going to go and explore the more supernatural side of the Archspire. But first, I've been utilising a lot of potions recently, so it's high time I created some more. And I believe I have some very special ones at my disposal I should be looking at. Not this. Locks mana at 100%. Rejuvenation potion. We should try some of those. I could have sworn there's some that work for other stats as well. But I don't seem to have the nous to create those just yet. Ooh, one a bit. Okay. Is it called Witch's Kiss or something? I'm pretty sure we have a potion that does lock all three stats at 100% for a short time. Or even just some of them, you know. Let's continue on our path to consistent quality crafting. Obviously we're still getting there, okay? Now, I'll make a couple of these. We'll go for free, why not? Because in theory, right? Thinking of that large blue four-dweller ghost-like creature that attacks us at night. If we use a bloodsucker potion, a rejuvenation potion, and then not Druid's Friend, Loving Witch Brew could be great. Magical Fool Tonic. We got the Queen's Honey as well, actually. So, in theory... Oh, Fireball could actually work quite handy with some other stuff we don't have yet. So we want the opposite of Mad Dog, right? Essentially. We should start using some more rejuvenation potions. We got so many of them. Gotta find a recipe for those so we can start making better versions to replace these when we finally upgrade from our medium quality potions. Hang on. Oh, reduces. Okay, so we don't actually have something that locks health just yet. Okay. Well, let's head out into the world. I'm wanting to make preparations for the four-dweller encounter because if we go into the weirdness at the, what do you call it? At the Archspire. Where the hell are those metal... There we go. Metal plates on the walls. Then we could come out at any time of day or night. And we're going to need to be careful about that. Right. What am I looking for? I think it's just these. I should probably also check if I have any cooking recipes available as well. Not really anything very good. Honey, pork, and carrots. Okay, what have we got? Tasty food. Okay, 30. That's kind of rubbish. Alright, well, we'll keep going at it. Hello, little Potter. We're going to go on an adventure. I think, generally, the Archspire is the only thing we have left here, except for the ancient cave, which is unexplored. Maybe part of some quest line we've shut ourselves out of, or been locked out of. Somewhere around here is ancient cave. Name for it. The location. Isn't there also some kind of portal round the... I want to say round the back of here. Going up, or round the back of here somewhere. We may need to look into that. And we could always go pick up some more meteoric ore at some point, but I'm not sure that's going to help us very much. Alright. Let's make a move. And we don't need to avoid the bandits anymore because they aren't in the area. That's very convenient for us. Actually, that much rain, let's put a helmet on. There we go. I think I haven't mentioned it yet this episode, but I've taken some painkillers and they have not quite kicked in yet. Because I've had this headache for 7 or 8 hours now and it's not fun. I believe that qualifies it as a migraine, but aren't migraines supposed to be much more painful? Perhaps my fibromyalgia has just given me a really high pain threshold. Or, no, low pain threshold, high pain barrier. And I know for many people that sounds like the same thing, and it basically is. But essentially, I have to quantify the difference between how much it has to hurt for me to feel pain, which is a very low threshold, and how great the pain has to be before it prevents me from doing anything at all and inhibits my ability to do stuff, which is probably quite high just because I'm so used to dealing with it, or, you know, higher than would be expected from many people at least. So, you know, complain about the hurt, keep soldiering through it, and there's that level. Excellent stuff. I think I'm going to take that level now, even though it would make more sense to know what I'm dealing with inside the weirdness. I'm just going to go with a gamble and presume that it's going to be weird. Alright, let's see. I did say perception would be nice. So currently I'm wanting strength, endurance, dexterity, perception, and practicality. That's a lot. So strength, we can go godly physique, strikes of luck. I mean, if we're just ramping up crit chance, right, that may be a way to go. Duelist, I'm probably never going to use that. Same goes for ambidextrous and this whole part down here. Debilitating blows, very nice. Might not work against bosses, but then, as I said, we've never seen any resistance type stats in the game. Invigorating Dance increases chance for consecutive one-handed hit to restore full stamina by 2% up to 10%. This is really good, right? This is something to definitely push towards. It would complement all of the stuff in the endurance stamina tree. We have Mighty Blows. Two-handed hits deplete 5% of the damage dealt from a target's stamina. That would essentially be the two-handed version of Powerful Blows, right? And is useful against most normal foes. Against animals, undead, and some creatures of the weirdness, not very good at all. Completely pointless. Crushing Blow. Heavy attacks with two-handed weapons deal 15% weapon damage in a 4-meter radius around the enemy hit. That's got to be good for taking on groups. Unstoppable Impact. Chance to stun. Isn't that essentially... Yeah. So we have but the difference is that here here it doesn't follow on from Mighty Blows, it's a separate branch, which is interesting. And we have Giant's Grace. And Enduring Strikes. Okay. So for endurance we have Confidence, which is good. Carnage, Furious Assault. We've also got Deflecting Block and Spell Siphon. Spell Siphon isn't likely to do very much for us overall. Shield Bearer, no. Of course, we got First Blood and Poised for Impact, which are great when we have more stamina recovery coming in, right? Back into the Fray and Atone in Suffering will be good, but not with the current armor set because of the massive amount of stamina regeneration we have going on. Exploit Weakness isn't going to have an immediate effect until we can stagger more reliably, but it's a stepping stone on the way to the next one, which would obviously be Titan's Endurance, which would then make our massive stamina recovery even more useful, right? Because it would fill up. And do we have something that deals damage based on how much stamina we are missing? I don't believe we do. Only based on health missing. So we may have wanted a bit of dexterity, in which case we could grab the third point of Parry King and still always fail to parry everything and anything and everything. Strong armor for Bowmaster would unlock quite a lot potentially, and we do shoot the occasional arrow now and again to start things off. It would be nice to get the second point of Invigorating Energy at some point. That would give us a significant health boost, especially if we then took the last 2 points of Mana Battery at some point in time as well. These trees don't particularly help our build very much. Over here, critical hits have 30% of bleed, 15% damage reduction. It's Bloodthirst is the one to be leading towards. Okay. I mean, all the others are great as well, you know. And then over here, of course, we want everything in the armor tree. We also want to start putting points in the crafting tree a bit more, but not for a while yet. 2% isn't much, but it's a step in the right direction, right? It helps us. I could just go that for a whole extra point of armor. Gain up to 10% damage reduction depending on your missing health. Some of it... We're going to be hitting a rather large difficulty spike soon. And as we're not current... yeah, so for boss fights, right, we're anticipating a single target and maybe a few additional creatures. Something like Toughened by Pain would be very useful. And actually, given what I was saying about painkillers and ridiculously long headaches, that's not a bad idea at all. If we get endurance, at some point our stamina recovery per second is going to become higher than our stamina. So we're going to have to get some strength. Oh, wait. We also have item requirements, don't we? Which are strength, endurance, and dexterity. A lot of those. If I get dexterity, I will have met the final requirement for the bow. So it will now shoot kind of a shocking lightning blast out from a point of impact when I fire arrows at the cost of mana, which I have a decent amount of now. Again, good as an opener for firing into a group of targets, but it would also work towards, let's just take a step back. Right. We stashed all the big stuff, didn't we? Yeah, it was like 15 strength, 15 endurance, 8 dexterity mostly, wasn't it? And I do want to develop these fairly evenly so I can build up some two-handed weapon skill. You know, we do have very high stamina recovery at the moment, so... Wait. The healing tree may interest us. Food isn't much, but the later things are very, very nice. I'm going to go perception. Am I? Critical Aegis. I mean, that's good. Especially as we will have a very high crit rate at low health. Yeah. I do want to just take endurance again, though. So where would I put it? Thinking confidence. 5% isn't much, but it's 5%. That weakens my prickly thorn damage, though, so, ooh. Mighty blows, it's given me something I'm used to having anyway, so I won't miss it. I won't go, oh, why isn't this happening now? Oh. No. Okay, what can we get from here? Weapons of great heft, good with certain weapons. Executioner. Executioner is good because we have powerful blows, and we can get mighty blows as well, right? So it's worth dipping in here anyway. One below 30% health, increase melee damage by 30%. Useful. I mean, this is... really not that fussed about attack speed because I haven't seen major benefits of it yet. Because, you know, I can only click as fast as I can click, right? There's been times when my attack has been delayed and I've been denied the ability to strike when at low stamina or when recovering from overexertion, and I have to click a second time to confirm it or something. It feels like a forced heavy attack, but it's not heavy, it's just a delayed light. I don't know if attack speed comes in then. And I do actually want more health. Ooh, yeah, okay. Good idea. Let's go endurance this level. And then let's rather unimaginatively take the third level of increased vitality, which should get us 2 or 3 points. It got us 4 points. Excellent. Right. Let's head in. Got to aim a little high to, to allow for arrow drop-off over range. Not normally an issue at shorter distances. Let's just mine this. Hope we don't live to regret it. Now, let us pray they do not assail us.
The king! Oh, king! What has been done to him? What does it mean for us, mere humans?
I don't know, but I suspect I'm about to find out. Let us step forth into the void and see what awaits here within the weirdness of the Archspire. Well, there's wickedness afoot, and we get a bonfire, which we cannot interact with. That's interesting straight away. That looks a little more like Ogum than Ruins, but then Ogum has a strong horizontal stave, doesn't it? So... oh, just a mistling. Potentially more than one. Well, there's one less now. Are we supposed to interact with this? We are. The weirdness is a purpose in and of itself, and creation within or through the weirdness requires no explanation. It simply becomes, and then it is. The weirdness is a field of fulfilled potentialities where anything can happen, things beyond imagination. The only limits are our minds and our understanding. It takes shape according to our will, our emotions and our thoughts. We cannot shut ourselves off from it. Are there any more we are supposed to study? I do not think so. Let us continue then. I sense here we are learning about the nature of the weirdness. I mean, maybe, yeah, one mural at a time. The kingdom beyond sent their ambassador to maintain the balance, the Ever-Dweller. Only one thing is known for certain. The Ever-Dweller cannot survive far from the boiling primordial weirdness of Tuathan, our capital. Does this mean that the weirdness exists beyond Avalon as well? That it is a force, a substance that enshrouds and imbues all of reality with its potential? So far, I'm not seeing a lot we can interact with apart from the inscriptions on the walls. There's something down there. I mean, we don't interact with these, do we? Ah. Avalon is just a midpoint between the far simpler human reality and the timeless kingdom beyond the stars. It is fascinating to gaze upon the land of men and see all that commotion. They live, they die, and even their vanishing has a purpose. One can mourn what is lost, and then one can celebrate the growth of new life. Their decadence differs from ours, for theirs, in the end, has a conclusion. Wait, so an implication of weirdness is endlessly decadent, constantly decaying, rotting away with nothing left? What are you? You are... Oh, get out of the wall. Strange creature from mist. No, seriously, get out so I can loot you. There is no place as beautiful and primal as this. When we discovered it for the first time, it felt as though it had been created for us. One of the earliest, most untouched places on Avalon, unmarked by our actions, and yet we felt such a deep connection to it. We decided to weave new lives here, from thought and intention, from potential shaped after our deepest desires, and for the weaver we chose the purest among us. I think I'm going to have to reload and replay that, because if the rewards for being here are on that dead body, yeah, I'll redo that. Oh, don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare have autosaved just after that kill. You autosaved just after that kill. You bastard. But generally with things like that, where I'm supposed to get stuff from the kill, they automatically open a loot window for you. So let's go back to here. We're at the beginning of the area. And we'll do it again, right? We shall descend into the mist. Yeah, you're gone, mate. And I will read each of these as they fall. Or rather as we fell the foes. Down you go. Then we'll have the one up here. Okay, that looked slightly different. Like some kind of... Oh, fast point hidden in here. Well, yeah, but fast point things are probably very weird. Now, what we're going to do is save for bloody game. We'll go for the thick of battle. Excellent. Now... Yeah, now there. Yes, see, things I wanted. And then we will interact with that one. We will practice our prayers to the All-Mother. And then, sword and shield at the ready, we will press on into this madness. But also, save again. Because I don't want that body dropping in an awkward place again. Hooray. Two-handed. Each swing deals 1 damage to you, but each hit applies bleed. Right.
Come on, inside.
Wait, you know I'm coming. That's probably not a good thing.
Step forward. After all, you know me well.
Let's slow to a walk. Oh, look at that. It sounds rather similar to Arthur's voice.
Take off your mask now. It's your home.
I believe he means a metaphorical mask, but just, you know, because we can. This feels fairly comforting. It should feel like a trap. Headaches moved round to the back now.
Welcome, little prince. Why the sullen look?
He
Aren't
wasn't
you
speaking
glad
to
see
me.
You finally made it here. It must have taken quite a long time.
Who are you?
So, you don't remember me? I'm afraid it might have something to do with the form in which I see you now. This body and soul, they're much different from what I expected. But to answer your question, I am the Weaver. And though it may be hard for you to believe, a part of you knows me all too well.
No, I know the part of which you speak. Where am I?
It is a place where my prince was woven from the threads of pure potential. The Pale Lady was relentless in her desire to fulfill her vision of an offspring, modeled after those she watched so eagerly. It displeases me that you don't remember. I'd envisioned your return and our meeting quite differently. But now it all makes sense. Now I understand why you need that shard.
If the Pale Lady is this game's version of Queen Igraine of Cornwall, that would be Arthur's mother. That would make a lot of sense. But we've also had reference to Lancelot as Lancelot the Pale, having spent his youth with the Picts, as if the paladiness is to be associated with spending a lot of time with them, so the Pale Lady could be someone very Celtic. What is your role in this?
Nothing remarkable. I simply exist in this place. That you ended up here is a mere coincidence. None of my kind have visited me in a long time. Yet here, was to weave new Avalonians, shaping them according to the intent and thought that accompanied their creation. Now the thread of potential is much weaker, though it seems this place stirs to life again as the wyrdness returns.
He did this for Arthur at some point, didn't he? Or the Pale Lady to create Arthur. Tell me more about the Pale Lady.
She was a powerful Avalonian, one of the oldest. She saw and desired far more than the rest of her kin, who were suffocating in their growing decadence. To live a life where one can do anything, it loses all meaning. When she discovered the homelands and learned of mortality in time, everything changed. We were no longer the same. It was as though the mere awareness of such things altered the way we lived. We could no longer exist as we once had. It planted a new emotion in us. Fear. You'll find traces of her here as well. The stone tablets bear her mark.
What happened to the Pale Lady?
I'm afraid I must admit that I don't know where she is now. It seems she retreated into her depths again after your king entered his eternal sleep. The true one, from which mortals are not meant to be awakened. Not like this.
What is the shard you spoke of? Presumably a fragment of Arthur's soul, giving us another soul point to spend. That would make a bit of sense, right?
The shard of the prince's memory. It is shattered, much like the fragmented memory of the king that lingers within you.
Wait, is the prince not the same?
I gladly speak with him, but something is preventing him from manifesting.
Interesting. That Arthur is being prevented from appearing here. How do you know about the king inside me? Well, I mean, if that Pict could see just by looking at me.
I don't know all the details. What I do know is that after our prince was murdered by our kin, his potential, what you humans might call his soul, did not perish. The prince had been deeply fascinated by humans, and so after his death he manifested in one of them. That person was Arthur, the man who would one day become your king.
Hence Morgana Le Fay. Why was your prince murdered?
He followed his mother's fascination. Much like her, he gazed upon the land of men. But he wished to go further. He wanted to experience being human. So he built the menhirs, meant to repel the weirdness. For us, the Four Dwellers, such a vision was both heretical and terrifying. Some of our kin could not forgive him for it. So, they killed him. It was the first time an Avalonian had ever slain one of their own.
Well, this is interesting. We have known for some time that Merlin did not create the menhirs, he discovered them, and how to use them. And we did not know why the Four Dwellers would have created them. They created them to keep themselves at bay. To create space for the humans to exist in. And my theory that Arthur had become part Four Dweller, or transformed into one, by entering into the weirdness willingly, as some kind of sacrifice, to fight it from within. The idea of the menhirs then keeping it scattered, and Arthur's soul being scattered in many different fragments, changes now slightly with the information that Arthur may have been a Four Dweller all along.
Arthur was a man mortal like any other, but ambitious like few. But yes, His origins are far more complicated. This is a tale of two separate realities that, through a series of specific events, began to intersect, forming a single knot. Everything that has happened, and everything that will happen, is meant to decide the fate of that knot. And we, as you likely already know, have been pulled into all of this.
Now, if this happens before the events of the board game, which I've had lying around for a few years now, never really got round to playing, because I haven't had the space for it just yet, then the end of this game, the true end, canonically, has got to be pretty bad, so that everything can be in a bit of a disaster at the beginning of the board game. What now?
Our meeting comes to an end. I regret how brief it is, but my role in your story was always meant to be insignificant.
Are you not supposed to be giving me a shard? We'd better get a whisper for the campfire now.
There is no me. There is no us.
I think we'd better get to her ladyships before nightfall. Do this first, though. We do have a bonfire over there and could absolutely use it. But it doesn't feel very safe to do so when there's a giant blue four-dweller waiting to assault us at night. You are not a bear. Okay. Don't know when that happened. I see the bear on the left. I'd better get moving. Intrigued as I am to see if I can rest at the old fort here with Galahad's men, I probably shouldn't risk it. And with the burning bodies, it's probably a pretty unpleasant place to rest. You know what? I think we got time for this. Oh, wait. No. It's a little later than I thought. You know what? Better take our massively spiky cloak off as well before we go inside. What have we got? We got a King's Soul Fragment, as I suspected. Dealing damage to a small chance. That is a good one to take. Man, I should use fire for that. But I think I deserve to have the conversation first. Milady, let us speak. It's nice to see you again. Now I must rest. We'll spend a pleasant evening with her and head off again in the morning. Maybe have some nice breakfast together. Bit of chit-chat about the way of the world. And she'll say, why do you always wear that ghastly cloak with the huge spikes coming out of it? Can't I make you something nicer? Can't I make you a pretty cape with no holes in it that's not ragged and tattered? And we say, oh yeah, that would be lovely. How long is it going to take you? And she'd say, oh god, you better go all the way to Act 3 and kill those really tough guys and bring me their stuff, and then maybe I'll do it. Okay. I suspect our fire on the beach should have gone out now because we left the area and returned. So let's make another one. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. Where is our king? There he is. I don't know why. Maybe the direction we approach the fire from mattered and he needs a certain amount of space around it. He won't speak to me. I could have sworn. Kills. Yeah. This one. How bizarre. I know some people said there was some kind of bug where Arthur would stop speaking to him in Act 2. I think we've been given a clue from the Weaver that something is preventing him. Would it be something Caradok did? I doubt it, because we defeated Caradok and he didn't impale us through the chest this time. I'm thinking we'll chuck that one in interrupted. I'll do a quick check up on recording, make sure all's good. All's good. Wait, double check. Just to be certain. Oh yeah, that's great. I think I'm going to go hunting for that other portal, which I believe we can't do anything with. But generally my feeling is that we're almost finished in this area now. And we are not ready for the weird night. Hey, you leave that alone. Hope that wasn't me. Oh yeah, you run over there, that's fine. Leave me well alone. I don't think it's here. I think it's reached from the other location on that side of the lake. But I'm here now, so I might as well check a bit. We'll have ourselves a few more cobwebs, as they seem to be in endless supply. And you as well. Come on now. Right. That really looked like another red cap just crouched on a rock ready to come down and fight me. Now, is the ogre back again? Let's hope not, but that's not why we're here. Oh, and you know what? We got this gate right here, but I really want to use the other one. Iron. Looks like iron. So much iron. The ogre is back. Well then. Hey, did we get him? Not really. Okay, you got me. Fair enough. And we got him too. Excellent. I would like to explore this cave. And that, as perspective, made it look closer as we got closer. Oh, right, yeah, this is blocked off by something, isn't it? Oh god, why did I go in? I just saw what it said. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, is it a group of people?
This place remembers everything. There's nothing for you here, Wanderer. The doors are closed. And if I couldn't open them, you won't either.
Who are you?
Tyrannus of the Thoid tribe, Dalriata. And you?
I don't bother introducing myself to the soon-to-be-dead. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Branwen.
Likewise. Great minds think alike. Apparently, they're drawn to the same places. If you're set on going further, you'll need every bit of life force you have. A curse for killing a member of the Thoid tribe could take half of it.
I wasn't planning on killing you. What is this place?
I thought that since you're here, you'd know what lies behind these stone doors.
You don't know what I'm capable of, apparently.
Many have tried. I thought I was worthy, but I keep failing. I've been camped here for 3 moons. There's no life for me outside this cave. If I can't get through, this is where my story ends.
Why do you care so much about getting past these doors?
This is my destiny, one I chose for myself. I'll either get through or die trying. But my strength is fading. This isn't how I wanted it to end.
What will I meet beyond those doors?
It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, only a scant few ever returned to their tribes. Look for the mist, and in the mist for antlers and an evil eye. They say its feet don't touch the ground. Though those are the words of the madman who somehow survived an encounter with it. We call them the Mist Bearers.
And you came here to hunt a Mistbearer.
Everyone from Thoid wants to face one of those wraiths. And I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are priceless and can be used for strong magic. If you manage to slay the Mistbearer, I'll pay you in gold for everything you bring back. At least I'll get something out of this pointless mission.
Wait, you won't come with
I'll
me?
invite you to further collaboration.
What manner of collaboration did you have in mind?
Return alive and you'll find out.
He's sending me in
Good luck,
alone, isn't he?
Wanderer. May fate be kinder to you than it has been to me.
Maybe if I open this up? Well, he's going to stay here until I do. And I have a feeling this is going to be very challenging.
The air changed the moment you arrived.
Well, look at
What
this.
brings you here?
I opened
May
the
Martha's
gate.
strong arm embrace you.
Do you not wish to come in with me? Evidently not. We'll have to keep our wits about us. And our senses too. So far, everything seems suspiciously easy. And facing the wrong way. Are we attracting the thing's attention by defeating its minions? Well, at least you were looking at us. What I want to do is find the path where the part where the two paths combine. This would be it. All right. Picking up all these things may over-encumber me to the point where walking back through the weirdness at night could be very difficult. An alchemy bench? Not quite. Hey you. That almost looked like a pit trap covered with some planks. That would break under us. Okay. And yet I continue to pluck the items up willy-nilly. There's an alchemy station. Right, let's make some big potions. Okay, that was quick. Right. I mean, these are good amounts of healing. Two alchemy stations. Well, a set dressing, okay. I see the mist ahead. There's almost an eerie silence. I don't fancy descending down these many flights of stairs, but it does seem somewhat inevitable at this point. Okay. Lots of ingredients for cooking. Interestingly enough. Wait, flaming cloak. Ooh. Let's look at some of these. Slowly burns nearby enemies. Ooh, that seems really tempting. And increases maximum health by 3. Oh, we can slap that on some armor later. Yeah, sure. We're back on the double stairs of descent. I would like to stay out of the misty blue side for as long as possible. So I'll take this flight of stairs. Presuming they all converge at some point anyway. Okay, so we got skeletons down here. That all comes down. Path over there. Cautious of the bucket. Ooh, no, we are right at our limit. Okay. No more pickups. At least not yet. An altar for supplication. With no available interaction. That's a little concerning. Now it looks much more serious. Do I interact with this? I do. Where is that? Okay. Okay, we're doing some serious damage. I see you. Ooh, more than one of you. Excellent. Do we kill the illusions? Oh, you're still there. Excellent. Let's hit you some more. Where? Okay. Very low on stamina, so we'll take a few seconds to recover as we fight these up. Ah, look, you're right there. Okay, the middle one has got light glowing. Weird Lantern, Unfading Ember, and Evil Eye. Consumable, Armor Relic, Ignite Summons for hit you. Oh, yes. And Miscellaneous. And a portal, which will presumably take us, hopefully not deeper into the weirdness. Yeah, we're not getting anything to loot here. While I'm obviously going to use that portal, I want to have a quick look behind. See if there's any treasure chest or something lurking right over here. That would have been very Skyrim. I'm glad that's not the case. Actually, let's just try it and see where it goes. Hopefully. Oh shit. Oh, back out here. Okay then. I don't think there were any items. I don't think if I'd used the King's power as his body was fading, I might have had a chance to loot it for more objects. But the fact that we were just given a number of items immediately means I probably shouldn't have bothered trying. And I probably wouldn't have got any more than I already did. Such greed would not have been rewarded. Now, if I go back and see this man, is he going to demand all these items? And what's he going to offer me for them? Is he going to want to fight me for them if I refuse to sell? Because that armor relic is very, very nice. I may need to keep my sword in hand when I approach him. Although I don't want to accidentally smite him, so for now, we'll hold off. I don't think I even used any potions, did I? I didn't. That's quite impressive, in all honesty. And I don't even have my bloody cloak on, or helmet for that matter. In which case I did really well. I had to jump over the sometimes sorting out the pathfinding in areas is tricky. Look, I've played Skyrim mods with areas where you can literally fall through the floor, right? Like, fall out of the world. So, yeah, a little bit of a hop to get up there. I'm okay with that. I should become more accustomed to being summoned into the wyrdness. Then again, if he exchanges these items which weigh something for coin but weighs nothing, and I'm no longer over encumbered, maybe it's a blessing. He can't be far from here. Let's just see how the interaction goes. Will he seek a new purpose? Will there be other caves with other mist dwellers? Or other mist bearers?
Careful. This place remembers everything. You did it. Impressed. I wish I had been the one to face the mist bearer, but I bow to the one who managed to slay it.
Here are the mist bearer's remains.
Excellent. And here's your reward.
Apparently, the Alchemist Guild is still active.
The guild never stopped operating. At one point, we chose to work from the shadows, but we never ceased to exist. It wasn't the first time in Avalon's history that a group of ignorant fools, manipulated by politicians, needed a scapegoat. The Druids were the first target, and the plan was for the Alchemist's Guild to be next. We preferred to disappear on our own terms, but we still care about the fate of Avalon and its people.
Sounds like Camelot has lost its way somewhere along the way. So, Dalriada could join the guild from Camelot, eh?
Our guild was indeed formed in Camelot, but we fled from there long ago. The Thoid tribe is the only one that doesn't fear magic. The guild saw my potential and invited me into its ranks.
And how do we know any of this? What does Old One-Eye think about you and your guild?
What does it matter what he thinks? He has his mission, the tribes have theirs, and I have mine. History is unfolding elsewhere, and the guild intends to secure a place in the front row. It doesn't matter who rules the south. The fate of all Avalon is at stake. If people wish to kill each other in the meantime, the guild won't stand in their way.
Yeah, well, let's not tell him about what happened to Old One-Eye. You mentioned something about further collaboration.
Yes, I did. With your courage, you've proven yourself a worthy candidate for the ranks of the Alchemist's Guild. And to be honest, it's been a long time since I've felt this confident about a new guild member. So, if you're interested, I might have a few assignments for you. What do you say?
Tell me more about the Alchemist Guild first.
We seek the spark of life, the primal force that makes existence possible. We believe it holds the key to surviving the inevitable horrors that have already begun. There aren't many of us left, and our ranks remain hidden. You'll meet the others as you advance through the levels of initiation. Sometimes, though, we fall victim to our own secrecy. Some members delve too deeply into their research, or wander into dangerous places, and that often leads to trouble.
The inevitable horror? What do you mean by inevitable?
The wyrdness, of course. We know it's the source of all creation in Avalon, but not everyone can handle it. People fear the wyrdness, so the wyrdness creates nightmares. When we reach the primal source, the spark of life, we hope to tame it enough that it's no longer a threat. I only hope the other members haven't forgotten that this is our mission. Sometimes there are misunderstandings about our leader's orders, and that can end badly.
What kind of trouble does the guild face?
Experiments that spiral out of control, or a misinterpretation of the meaning of life itself. Sometimes it's both. You'll understand in time. But first, I'd like you to do some reconnaissance for me. Consider it a warm-up. So, what's your choice?
I suppose I could take part in some investigation and experiments. What do I do now? What's my first task?
We have a valuable member, a researcher of the wyrdness named Eckhart from Connacht. A very wise man. I have my own mission to complete, so finding out why he hasn't contacted us falls to you. I'll mark his workshop on your map. If something unfortunate has happened to him, at the very least, recover his research. Let's meet at the statue of the Morning Harpist in Connacht.
Alright. Yes, so he took the lantern. Excellent. We're still overburdened. Blimey. It's a shield. Ooh. Chill block. Very nice. I can't camp here. So it's just going to be very dangerous. I could obviously just drop things on the floor. Just saying. The safest location from here would be a good way away. Let's see. Tomb of a Good Druid might be the safest. Although maybe it's nearly morning. We don't know if the Temple of the All-Mother is safe anymore. I'm wanting to head for this gate, but that may not be safe. Down by Roscree over here, there might be something. No, Roscree is not safe. I mean another portal. Oh god, a lot of weirdness to go. Oh! Wait. There's a barrier? We are safe after all. What do you know about Mistbearers?
Not much. I never encountered one myself, but I heard stories about them. Mistbearers, like most creatures on this island, emerged from the wyrdness. They were always drawn to magic. The druids believed they fed on it in some way. Merlin forbade his apprentices from hunting them. Druids were too valuable to our war effort to be distracted by such pursuits. And they were meant to carry on Merlin's legacy, should he fall. What became of them after the war, I do not know.
I'm going to fuel this just in case that barrier does not grant that much protection. And then I will rest. Now, the cobwebs don't seem to have any weight to them, so... yeah. Obviously, I want to use up some consumables to lose some weight. Behind the curtain waits a darker world. This is not all done yet. All this, apparently. That is weird. It's pretty much all in Connacht now. Maybe I should just be heading there. It's a long way to the Tomb of a Good Druid and I won't be able to rest inside. What I could do at the temple is put some things in the stash. I'll ponder that a little. But I'm heading this way anyway, so I might as well stick with it. Dear wolf, don't pick a fight with me or it'll be your last. And there's a bear. Of course there's a bear. Great. Oh, piss off, bear. All we're trying to do is travel past. We want to get over there. Bear doesn't want to let us. Okay. Back to her ladyships then, if we can. That seems to be our next safe port of call. Look. You started this. I'm not going to try swimming across the lake there when I'm over encumbered. That's just wrong. And we're getting through the morning already. Would be nice to get another level at some point. We're on the well on the way there, but fiddly, tricky. Thing is, we're so close to getting down below our limit. We just got to get rid of some of these things. We may need to go see the con man. I could have cooked some things at the fire, perhaps. I see the cobwebs are back. But I do have plenty of them, and I don't need many more right now. This really feels like it should be immune to the weirdness. Mostly because there's a quest based around that location earlier on. But it also feels like a place where the weirdness should be very strong. Very easy to connect to. So we're in a tale of two worlds. I'm not noticing a massive difference in movement speed with weapon drawn or sheathed. Look, I'm in the area, might as well. Dear wolf, if you ignore me, I'll ignore you. The zombie to our left, on the other hand, is likely to be coming straight for us as soon as it becomes aware of our presence. So let's just go and indulge in a little blade-to-flesh interaction. There we go. And our health is regenerating again. Yeah. Back to the mansion it is then. We don't have time for anything else to go trade with the con man. Although we maybe could. We know it's a safe haven. We know those men are arseholes. It's a bit of a cut across. I don't know this intervening space. I would be coming round... Oh no, I know that bit. It's just this side of the river. That might be a little on the lengthy side, so we may run a few risks on the last leg of our journey, but let's consider this training. To see if we can make it back from here, carrying heavy burdens. Probably shouldn't try so hard to avoid the skeletons over here. Maybe worth just going straight at it, but that would overburden me even more. This isn't about the money, it's about expediency. Would it be quicker and shorter to go hack down the skeleton and carry on, or to just stick to the path and hope the skeleton avoids me? You know what? I've seen the gap in the wall. I know that's not where I'm going. Oh, it is. I was thinking of a different wall. But essentially, yeah. This is a more direct path. And loot. And keep moving. Why are Sir Galahad's men here? He's supposed to be departing for Camelot. Maybe they're just holding and occupying the place until he returns, just keeping it safe so more brigands don't come and occupy it. Okay, time. We might have time to make it to the Horns. Depends on the graveyard, I imagine. And if these men are back. They're back. Okay. Behold, villains, you brought this on yourself.
We may be in for a fight.
Yeah, no kidding.
Back to your hovel, coward! Show me what you are made of! Strength of 100 men! A blow!
Oh yes! Nice little finisher. Yeah, let's get a bit of practice in there. Now, moving while casting is definitely slower. Okay. That took, what, 3/4 of an hour? Roughly, I think. So let's press on. Any time spent fighting is time spent slowing down our mission. You just stay there, pal. Leave well alone. That's right, don't mind me. I'm just walking past. And there's a decent chance the Grindylow may be back again. But I want to say no. No Grindylow. Just yet. Tomorrow, yeah. Today, not quite. We haven't felt the weight of his hammer yet, so probably not. By this time we would have... Oh, there he is. Alright. Well, that worked. Bully for us, I say. Point. And now we're pretty safe back to the Horns, provided we can make it there in time. Maybe even sleep in one of those beds at the barracks again. We're a fully fledged member of the Keeper now, so we should be able to rest there. Do we have any unidentified items? I suspect the answer's no. The answer was indeed no. So, his body fell down again. We're adventuring, we're exploring, we are becoming more powerful at a slow and steady rate. And as long as that keeps working for us, we should have nothing to complain about. Oh, there's supposed to be roses up here on the left soon. I don't think I see the flowers yet, so they may not be back in bloom. Very well. I think in the next episode I'm heading straight for Kuanacht. I can return here at some later point, but I believe this area is mostly done. There is still that portal with the two druids, but I don't think it had a button beside it, and it had a load of things tied across it, like giant cobwebs. So I might not be able to do anything there anyway. Might check it out on the way up. Might want to rest at the village on the way up just to maximize my time. And I know I could kill a possible member of the Sons of Oregon to try and level, but I don't think that's the best justification for doing it. It would be good to establish if he has been connected by that group, though. Without driving him towards them if he has not. It's a sensitive matter. And oh yeah, we're going to arrive safely alright. That's great news. Well, let's take our helmet off. We're going to be meeting people and interacting with them again. Yeah. Selling a load of really low quality items. I think there's a sneeze coming on. Well, I'll be looking to end the episode soon after I've taken care of business here. Perhaps the sneeze can be averted. It doesn't seem like a very insistent one. And here we are once again. Of course we could go blow up that hatch and finish her quest. I'm not sure I want to do that, as it feels highly illegal. Right. Not selling that. That's far too good. I mean, all we're missing is the loot from one or two skeletons. Oh, that is not good. Was it crafting materials? Did get a lot of metal, didn't we? Oh, crafting materials. Okay. Point proved. Yeah. We can go stash some of those, can't we? Can probably stash stuff between episodes. People won't be too bothered about missing that, will they? Now then.
It's nice to have a break.
Already have a copy. Right. Oh! Okay, yes. Let's do that. Armor. It's already fully done the body. Helmet, I think. Okay, that could go on the hands. Also, what if we put this here, this here, then we go to the hands, and we put this here, and this here. There we go. And now we don't need to worry about our old steel mace too much anymore. Okay, it's worth checking the materials required. Okay, so this needs meteoric, while the other old steel does not. Should really work on this. Ooh, 10 strength. We could get that pretty quickly, actually, couldn't we? Yeah, okay. And somewhere down here are the beautiful items. We could upgrade 3 of these, but it might be worth seeing. 1, 2, 3. Where's the... Where's the body armor gone? 1, 2, 3. We got the legs down here. I may need to install the better inventory mod, which allows for better inventory sorting and organization. I don't think it increases carry load. There's a load of mods for really high carry load limit or even unlimited. Not what I'm interested in, but a little better organization. Is that it? It is. A little better organization could be very useful. Okay. Well, I'm going to go stash items, I think. I'll end the episode, and when we begin the next one, I will have placed all the crafting items back in the stash. And then we can go rest next time. So here we are. The end of an episode once again. Trust you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye for now, everyone, and cheerio.